Hey there, welcome. Welcome to Swamin's Coaching Institute. I welcome you in this day and say, have a great evening or great day. Now, I want us to go through a simple little story that I once experienced in my life. Maybe now you have some certain story that you're experiencing, but now that you once experienced. Now, while we are going through this story, I'll tell you at the end. Now, I was learning to make to ride a bike. Okay. Now I ride this bicycle. They hold the chair for me. They are teaching me. They hold the chair. They push the bike. I ride it. It's for older people. I was at 10, I guess. I didn't have to sit on the chair because I can't sit on the chair to ride standing on my feet. Okay. I ride standing on my feet. They hold the chair. They push the bike. They push the bike. I ride. Okay. Went to. Okay, they leave the chair. Now I'm alone. When I started to focus and say, okay, this is a straight line. This is how I must do this thing. This is how I can keep in the right direction, in the right position for me to flow and ride. Okay, they leave the chair. I continue. I ride the bike. Okay, now in an instant, I changed my focus. I was like, changing my focus. Now I started to go to a fence. I go to the fence, went to the fence, focusing on the fence, looking at the fence. The bicycle is going like this. And the guy was teaching me how to ride the bike. He says, "Do not look at the fence. Don't look at the fence. Don't look at the fence. Look on the road. Look on the road." Okay. Keep on looking on the fence. Looking on the fence. Then this fence, it's like it's a fence with thorns there. Okay. Now, because I'm afraid of the thorns, I have to listen to him what he says, what he's telling me. I didn't focus there. While the bike is going there, I didn't focus. I started to focus on the road. I focused on the road. Now, here is what was amazing. I didn't turn the bike to the road. Instead of falling to the fence, I fall on this other side. Only the wheels were entered in the fence. Then I was like, wow. Now, when I go back to that experience, I was like, when I go back, I check and say, what was really happening by that time? I said, okay, this is it. Whatever we focus on, that's what we will move towards to. Everything that we set our focus on, we move towards to. Yes, at some point, it might be when you say, no, I don't want to hit the wall like I did. I don't want to hit the fence. I want to pivot the fence because of I'll be in danger there. I'll get hurt or something. Now, I was like, okay, let me change the focus to this side. When you change the focus to this side, sometimes you can enter the wall, but eventually, wherever your focus goes, that's where your energy, that's where your body will go to. Okay, now, even in this moment, I was like, okay, it's one thing that determines our life at some point. What decision are we making? Of which the decision of saying, okay, I want to ride a bike. I took the big bike. I went on the road. Then, now, spontaneously, I lose the focus, ran for the fence. Through the fence, I listened to the guy who was teaching me how to ride the bike. He's like, no, Swami, look on the road, don't look on the fence. I changed my focus from the fence. I was like, I don't want to get hurt. Let me check the road. I checked the road. I fallen on the right side, of which I only get hurt on the head because I was sliding. Okay, I was sliding through the road because the bike was going so fast. Now, I was like, okay, whatever we focus on, that's where we tend to go to. But there are three decisions that we have to make at that moment. Even now, as you are watching that video, as you are watching in this video, you are making those three decisions. What to focus on. As I'm speaking with you, what are you really focusing on? As you are listening to this video, as you are watching the video, what are you focusing in your mind? Are you focusing in what I'm saying? Or are you focusing in the way I'm saying it? Or are you focusing in something in your thought or a certain mind? You understand? And then, second decision, what does it mean? What does it mean to you? Some people they mistakenly say the meaning with the value. Is it valuable? Is it productive for you? Is it worth your time? You understand? So now, when you decided that what it means that I have to focus. It means that it needs my attention. It means that it's valuable to me. It means that it's not. It means that I must do that. It means that no, I must do that. That's the meaning that you are giving and what you are watching right now. Then, now, that decision that you're making, what are you going to do? You're going to keep listening or you're going to just shut it out. So, those are the three decisions that we are making unconsciously. We are making the decisions now and then. Okay, then when we make such decisions, they really direct our life at some point on what are we going to do, what are we focusing on, what are we pivoting our directions towards to. Now, of which they lead to an internal cycle inside of you, in your subconscious mind, of which I call the cycle of behavior. If maybe you have something to write, you can jot it down. It's for your own benefit if you want to. If you don't have it, it's fine. But you can you can memorize it in your head. Just draw a square or a cycle with 4 boxes. Cycle, draw first box, cycle, draw a second box, cycle, draw a third box, cycle, then draw the fourth one. Then join it to this one. Draw some arrows here to show that it's round like this. Then on top, the cycle of behavior. Yeah. Now, what is in this block, in this cycle of behavior? What is in here? It's potential. Your ability to do something. Your capability to say, okay, I can do this thing. That is your potential, your ability to do whatever that you want to do. Then, on this block, it's action. What do you do? What are you doing? The action that you are taking towards that, the action that you are taking to say, this is it, I'm doing this, this is the action. Then down here, you write results. Results, it's what you get after taking the action. That's the results. Then on the last cycle, write beliefs. Belief or attitude. What belief are you having when you're going to take it on that certain thing that you want to do? You understand? Okay. Some people, now, in explaining all this, how does it really apply to us? How does it really apply to the behavior that you want to do? Let's say you are always depressed, thinking about the test you failed, semester test, the test that you failed last semester, the first test you failed it. Okay, now you're like, I failed the first test. In my family, things are not well. Now you start to feel depressed, you start to feel like, okay, things are not going very well for me in my life. Okay, now what did you focus on? You focused that you failed, you focus on that things are not going well in your family. Now, what does that mean? It means that things are not going well for you. Life it's against you. It's not for it's not for you, it's against you. Okay, now what are you gonna do with it? You start to get depressed. You're like, okay, depressed. Sit like, okay, now. As you're starting to get depressed, what does it do to the internal cycle of behavior? At some point, it diminishes the action. It diminishes your motive. Sometimes, when you're depressed, you're not motivated to study for the upcoming test, right? Some people, they're like, okay, in the next test, you set a goal. You set a goal. You say, okay, in this third test, I want to get in the second test, of which the June test or March test, whatever test that may be. You say, I'll get 80. You press your goals at 80. Now, the only thing that's going to determine whether you get that 80 or not, it's the cycle of behavior. that I've once demonstrated, that I just demonstrated to you. If you jot it down, let's go back. Go to this block. It's a potential. Yes, you have a potential to get that 90 that you have set it as your goal, right? You have it, it's inside of you. You wouldn't write it down and say, this is my goal, is to get 90. You know, you have potential, you have ability to do that. You can push it through, you can get that 90. Now, one thing that's going to determine whether you get it or not, it's the action you take. The actions you take will lead to the results you get. Why did you get 50 or 40 on the last test? It's just because of what action you took. The actions you took minor actions, you took actions that allows you to get 50 values at that particular time. You get that 50, then it's that minor action that you have taken. Now you go back, results, they come back the results of the test. Wow, it's 50. What belief did you have? Let's roll it back. What belief did you have and attitude did you have towards that goal you set of 90? You understand? Now, sometimes consciously we say, yes, I'll get that 90. Yes, I'll make it through. Yes, I'll study. I'll do this thing. Then you don't follow through. Deep down, if you can check anything, and if you can try to go back right now and say, what beliefs did I have at that time? Yes, in my mind, I was certain that I'll get the 90, but unconsciously, down there, I felt like, no, I can't get 90s. There are better people in class who can get such marks. No, not me. Why me? Then that is your belief. That is your attitude. That's an attitude. That's a belief. That's gonna drive you. That's gonna drive you. Your potential of saying. Your potential will be driven by your belief to say, now you can't execute this much potential just because of your beliefs say that no, I can't make it. There are better people who can make it in this test. Then that potential, you will execute less potential. Then when you execute less potential, you will take less action. When you take less action, now that action you take will determine the results that you're gonna take, of which it's a mediocre result, it's a negative result. Now, when you get that result, it enforces your belief to say, no, there are better people who will get the 90. I can't get it. That's when you use the circle in an unsuccessful way, in a way that will diminish you, in a way that will make you feel like you are a small boy at some point, you are a small girl at some extent. Maybe your question might be, now Swabin, how to use it in a right way, how to use it in a productive way, in a way that gonna makes me feel that I'm living my life in my own terms, I'm living my life in a way that it's more valuable to me than others, because that's what I most of the time prioritize to myself to say, if I'm living my life, I must live it to a point whereby I feel that yes, I got the marks that I wanted, I got this is what I wanted, this is what I worked for. So now, to answer that question of saying how to make it work for you, check the beliefs that you have, set a goal and say 90, write it down. Have your goals, place them on the wall, write them down, write on this script beliefs that you have about that goal. You set your goal, you write down beliefs. Be honest to yourself and say, what am I believing about this 90? What beliefs do I have? First belief, yes, will be like, yes, I'll get the 90. Yeah. Then start to question yourself. Are you really sure? Is it the belief that's driving you to say, I'll get the 90? There's that wishy-washy belief that is whispering down there. Jot it down. Write it down to say, okay, this is the other belief that I have. You write it. Then think another one. What belief I have? What attitude I have towards this goal that I've set? You write down all that attitude. You write down all those beliefs that you have about that belief. You write it down about that goal. You write it down. Then now, you come to this side. You put another. saying result. Here is the goal, right? You wrote your goals, then you write the beliefs. You write the belief that you have. You said, okay, here's our beliefs, and you write them down. I believe this about this goal, I believe this about this goal, I believe this about this goal. Then, wait a minute. Check it down to yourself. Do I really believe that? What is inside of me? What belief am I really having about this goal? Then you jot them down. You jot them down, you jot them down. Then afterwards, you go to the results. If I have these beliefs, if I'm gonna go with this set of beliefs in my mind and in my subconscious mind, if I go with this set of beliefs, will I get the results? Will I get the what kind of results will I get out of these beliefs? You write down, okay, these are the results I can get. Then you say, okay, put it down there, take another strip or draw the line, draw another block and say, action. What actions will I take? These beliefs, what action, if I have these beliefs, what action will I take? What actions will be possible that I can take with these beliefs? You write those actions down. You write those actions and say, I can doubt. I can just sleep when I have to study. I can just do this when I have to do that. Or procrastinate. Procrastination is always one of them when you didn't write or when you didn't obtain the results that you wanted. You just procrastinated. Okay. Now, when you jot that down, you come back to the potential. You write on the other hand, you say potential. What is your potential? Maybe some will have potential like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I once did it in grade 12. I once did it in primary. I once did it in secondary. I once got a 90 in secondary. I once got an 80 in the first year. That's my potential. That's your potential. You check yourself. This is my potential. How am I using this potential that I have? Now you will see it goes back to the beliefs that you wrote, right? Here are your beliefs. You wrote them down. You say, okay, here are my beliefs. Okay, you read. What's the cause of the results that I'm getting? You check your beliefs. Actually, you did write them down. You check your beliefs to say, okay, here are my beliefs about myself. Here are my beliefs about my goals. What changes can I make on these beliefs? Then you scrap another new paper. You check. You say, okay, now I will cancel this belief. You write. You do the 4 block again. You write on top. Like there on top, you write your goals. Your goal, you write it there. Then here on this 4 blocks, you write beliefs. Then you check what beliefs are you having, what beliefs you had back then. You said, okay, I had a belief that I can make it, but here, all these other 5 beliefs, they are repairing with this one belief, of which, if you check according to the odds of saying, this thing of South African majority rules. So the rules here, when you go to your beliefs, what will rule mostly? It's those beliefs that are negative according to what you have written. You check which beliefs that are gonna rule mostly. Then now you are like, what can I change about them in order for me to have that night? What beliefs must I have about myself? What beliefs must I have? What beliefs must I enforce in myself? Not just enforce, because remember, you once get those results. You once get made something so wonderful. You once get the results that you wanted at some certain year, maybe previously, grade 12, grade 9, grade 10, or whatsoever grade that you can think of. You think, what beliefs did I have back then? What beliefs did I have when I got that 9, when I got that 8? You took time to think about it. You think, okay, I believe that I was the best. You write it down. I believe that I was the best. I can make it. Write it down. say, I'll just do it either way because it's gonna make me feel important to myself. That's a belief and an attitude. Now, you write it down. Write it down. Then after writing it down, you go back to what action did you take? And what action you're gonna take. If you don't remember such situations, you can be like, what will, like, you can think it now and say, what do I wanna believe? What is it that is in my mind? What is it that I how can I change these beliefs? What is it that I want? That's how you can do it. Then now, when you go to the results, you check the results with this set of beliefs and these potentials that I've put and these actions that I'm gonna take. What results am I determined to get? You say, okay, I got it. I can get that gold. Now, what just happened to you? Now, you have noticed the set of beliefs that have been driving you through your life, have been driving you to constantly fail all these years. Now, when you have noticed them like that, you're like, okay. When I notice them, these are the beliefs that are holding me back. You create new beliefs. You have created new beliefs now. Now, you will be able to switch. You'll be able to understand the way you act. You'll be able to understand yourself to say, okay, now, if these beliefs come out, if I can have this belief in my mind, the previous belief, if I have these beliefs in my mind, I'm sure enough that I'll get a 50. I'm sure enough that I'll get a 40. Now, you change, you leave them because of, they are the ones that are causing you to get those mediocre results. You leave them, you say, okay, beliefs, wait. I want to get 90. You go to this set of beliefs that you have created now. Then those ones that you rewinded and checked, those ones that you just created now to get what? To get that 90. To get that certainty result. It might not be a 90, it might be a 60 for some. But now, when you're according to your goal, when you're out here and say, okay, these are the beliefs that can get me to that goal. Put both papers on your wall, paste them on your wall. In the morning, when you arise, yes, sometimes you can forget, but when you arise in the morning, you say, you go to the beliefs, you read the first one. You read the first one to say, okay, this is, I want to get 90. These are the beliefs that I have. These are the results that I can get. This is my potential. This is my action that I must take. This is the attitude that I must have. You think of that attitude, then you take yourself to the stage. You energize yourself, you pump yourself up, then you think, yeah, I can get that. Then, remember, there is always a conflict between internally in ourselves. There is that little voice that says, you're not going to make it. There is that certain one that says, you're going to make it. You understand? So now, you want to enforce and empower more of the one that say you're going to make it and strengthen down that one that's going to say you are going to make it. You go and read these beliefs that you had before. You read them, you read that paper, you come back, you read this one. First, remember, you read the one that you want, the one that you just formulated now. The one that he said, okay, this is the 9 that I want, these are the results that I want. You read all that. You said, okay, this is good. This is what I want. You read this one once. You read it once. Like, nah. What nonsense I had. These beliefs, they really took me down. You see. Now, you're starting to feed that negative thought back there inside of you, a voice of saying, you're trying to silence it down when you say that. You talk about it, it's like, no, I couldn't take this anymore. This is what I take. You change yourself. You say, this is what I take. You read this again for the last time. You read it, you're like, wow, Swami, you are the best. This is it. I'm going to make it through. I'm going to get there. With this kind of beliefs, I'm going to make it through. I am the best. I don't care what they say in class. I don't care what the lectures are doing. I don't care how are they marking. But now, as long as I get the idea of myself to say, this is how I want to make it. As long you feel certain with yourself. You understand? So now, in the end of this video, I'm gonna show you. Maybe I'm gonna put some pictures of the cycle of belief on how to do this thing. Like listen to this recording over and over and do it, and you will see some change. And I'm gonna put the cycle of behavior at the end of this video, and then you might subscribe if you want to. Then now, there is one thing that I want you to try and understand. When you get the cycle of behavior, come back to the video. You can download it if you want to. Come back to the video, then you're like, okay, you write it on your paper. First thing first, you write the cycle, as I said in the video. You write the cycle, it's a cycle of behavior. You write it, you write your potential, write your action, write result, write belief. Then you question yourself, what belief did I have? You have another paper. You have your paper to say, okay, for blog, you set your goals, or you have already set your goals. You check your goals. You say, what potential am I having in this result? You write everything about your potential. And secondly, you write everything about the beliefs that you have. Thirdly, you write everything about the action that you took or the actions that you have been taking. You write the results that you have been getting. Analyze what you have been doing before. This will help you to get your pattern. This will help you to understand the way you operate yourself. Then, if you can't do it on your own, you can call me or you can email me on my email address. I'll write it down here. It's down here. I'll write it there. If you don't understand that, you can even comment on the comments below to say, no, Flavin, I want you to help me understand this. I want you to assist me with this believing, with this cycle of behavior. I want to get different results. I want you to assist me with this. I can't do that. I can give you time on that. Or you just email me your contacts and all your stuff, or you can contact me on my number. But I'll advise you to email. Yeah. Now, this is what you're gonna do when you have written that. When you have written those beliefs, you put aside the belief that you had first. Then secondly, you write these new beliefs, you jot them down, then you write, you're saying, okay, these are the beliefs that I have now about myself. Then you put them on the wall, you do as we did, you read like that, then afterwards, you will see a difference of change. You will tend to understand yourself more than you did before. So now I'm gonna say, use the knowledge that I'm giving you. Or maybe have you ever thought and say, you have been listen some audio, or you listen something and you said, yes, I'm gonna use this is powerful, and you never use it. Why? When you do this activity that I've given you, it will show you why. It will show you why you want to take action and don't. But if you can't do it alone, call me or email me or comment on the comments below that, okay, so can you give me help on this? I'll come and assist you with it. I'll come and do it with you so that you can understand it in your mind. You can have the real thing of it. I say, live with passion. That means peace. Mr. Wonderful says, see you in the next video. And I thank you for viewing my videos. I thank you. Thank you for your support. You can subscribe. Enjoy.